Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Balde Abdullah, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Python to implement stack. So basically stack is an abstract data type that can be used for collection of elements with two operations. Those two operations are pushing, popping. So push means inserting the element to the stack, and pop means removing the element to the stack. So to get started, let's jump in. And I need to emphasize that how it works. It works on the basis of LIFO, means which stand of last in, first out. The last element that you put will be the first element when you pop it. You will remove that first element. An example is a card. When you have a bunch of cards, when you want to remove, you will take the top one. When you want to put it, you will put it at the top. And if you have plate also, it will be the same case. So to get started, let me go to my terminal, and through my editor I will show you how you can implement it. So I will open my terminal, and I will go to the directory where I want to put that file cd. Okay, so I will use vim as my editor. Vim stop stack.py. So this is my environment, so I can write my Python code. The first thing that I have to create a class. So I need to do a class stack, and after creating a class, as we know, we have to create a constructor. In Python we use the unit function, def unit, and then self is always the first argument of our list. So this is our constructor, and the next thing that we need to do, we need to create a variable where we are going to store the stack, where we are going to store all the elements. So I'll say self.items equal to an empty list. So what does it mean? It means whatever I'm going to implement, I'm going to put it in this variable items. So I'm done with this one. So the next thing that we need to do, we need to define a method for implementing the push operation, which is inserting the element onto the stack. So def I'll say push, and then always the first element when you are working with Python class, you need to use the self argument, so, and then I will give the item that I'm going to push onto my stack. And the next thing that I have to do is that now I need to push this element to my stack. In Python we have a function that is append, so we can use that one directly to append that element into our empty list right now, if the first element. So I will say here self.items dot append with double p, append, then item. What this one means? This one means take the item, put it inside items. This is basically the meaning, and we are done with this function. The next function that I want to do is the pop operation. So def pop, and then always the first element is self, the first argument is self, and I'll pop the element by also taking the element from my original list. So I say self.items.pop. This operation exists in Python pop, which will remove the last element of our list. So basically this is how you can implement it in Python. And if you were using C programming, C++ or Java, you have to write a lot of code for it. So you will be having minimum 20 lines of code. So you can see in Python we have it with less than 10 lines. So now I will define a function, a method, to get all the elements. So whenever I call that one, I can print all the elements. So I'll just def get get stack. Let's call it get stack, and then I will give the self, which is always remember to give self as the first argument of your method, and then I will just return self self dot items. Let me do here, there is something that I'm sorry, I need to return this one because I need it to be print return self dot item. Okay, yeah, now it's fine. I think this one is fine. So the next thing that we need to do now, we have to test our code. To test our code, I want to ask the user to enter 5 elements for it, just to try if it will work. And I'll just take a loop for I in range 5, and then I say before that, let me create an object of my class here. I'll say s, which is equal to stack. Okay, so basically I am creating an object for my class, and then I will call that one inside here. Okay, so I'll say s dot push. I'm calling the function push here, and then I will prompt the user to enter. I'm just giving it a string, which can be an alphabet. I will just give like that input. You can do also, if you want integer, you can use int input like this, the way I'm doing it, and then I will give the message enter an alphabet. Okay, so basically I'm asking the user to enter an alphabet, and then whenever he will enter 5 times, then the program will stop. The next thing that we need to do now, we need to print it. So print s dot get stack. So basically whatever I have done here, whenever I insert all the elements, whenever it's over, I directly print all the elements that I have in my list. So let's run this code first and see what will be the output. Okay. Oh. Okay. So it is asking me to enter an alphabet. So I'll put A, B, C, D, E. So as you can see here, I have A, B, C, D here as my list, as a list. This is my stack, and I'm going to call the pop operation here. I'll say s dot pop. Means I will take E will be removed from my list. Now if I print s dot get stack, it will directly show me this element. It is prompting me to enter the alphabets A, B, C, D, E. There is something. Okay, so I did not save it, so let me save it first, please. This editor is a little bit complicated, so and okay, so it is asking me for the alphabet A, B, C, D, E. Now you can see that I have A, B, C, D here, where E is in my list. Now E is removed from my list. So basically this is how you can implement stack using Python, and to learn this is very useful because it is used for backtracking, it is used for evaluation of expressions, like postfix, prefix, infix, and it is also used for memory management, and it has a very useful like you can apply it in a tree where you are trying to find the shortest path. Let's say you are working with depth first search, which is an algorithm that is really good for finding the shortest path, and it is used in machine learning most of the time in game when you are trying to implement machine learning in gaming. You can use those algorithms, depth first search and breadth first search. So I will implement those videos, so feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.